Hi, my name is Ariana, and for today's video, I'm going to be reacting to I Wish I Never Started Vaping by Young Diamond Sauce God. Let's get into the video. My hair is in twists now, probably for another day, but it's okay.
She's hitting it, and then she offers it to me. Now, initially on the inside, I'm like, I don't want to do this. You know, like, this isn't my thing. But you heard that? That's the sound of failing. To be specific, that's the sound of failing to quit nicotine, man. I've tried to quit juuling 4 times. And you wanna know what's funny? I used to think that vaping was like the lamest thing ever. It just didn't look cool to me. You know, it didn't mean that you weren't a cool person. Just vaping itself didn't seem cool, which is why I am sick to my stomach to admit that I have spent thousands, hundreds, probably thousands of dollars on vape over the last 2 years.
Probably.
You know, it takes a while to rack it up, but it does add up. That's what they don't tell you before you get addicted, you know, is that this shit is expensive, bro. But today I want to give you a cautionary tale. I want to tell you a story of how I started juuling, right? And that's just a term I use. I don't use Juul anymore. This is not a sponsorship for Juul. Fuck Juul. They took away mint pods. But let me tell you the story of how I got wrapped up into this. Because if 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, you came to me and were like, yo, in 3 years, you're going to be heavily addicted to nicotine, I would be like, nigga, what? Are you dumb? But here I am, you know, with a vape right by my side. Which, please don't do this, okay?
He gave in.
If you have not ever inhaled nicotine, promise me that you will not, because it is
don't do it.
Worth it. So, if you remember Quinn,
unless you want your bank account to be broke,
to be a dad video, something like that. You know, that was my boy that I lived with, and he vapes, bro. Like, he's a vapor, right? White boy, beanie, long hair, right? And he has one of those boxes, like that shit looks like it should turn into a transformer at some point in the day, right? Like, they're big and bulky. They have these huge batteries, and they create
Transformers.
Massive
my chair
clouds,
over.
right? He was a vapor, and I lived with him for about 2 years. And in that time period, he had offered me to vape multiple times. Every single time I was like, nah, bro, I'm gonna stick to grass. You feel me? Like, that's not my
grass.
So for 2 years I successfully fended off any advances made by Quinn to, you know, partake in this activity, right? Fast forward,
he got the mask on.
2 years later, and now I'm living in Austin, Texas. And it's always a woman.
I'm gonna be clipping my nails.
I swear to God, my downfall will be at the hands of some beautiful woman. That is for sure. It's written in stone already. It's coming. Right? So I had this date with this girl, and this was actually the same Moroccan girl from the, like, story way back in the day. I don't even think that story's up anymore because I just couldn't live. The level of simpness displayed in that story, I couldn't even live with that being out in the world anymore. I'm gonna put it back up just because I'm telling this story, so fuck it. I'm gonna put it back up. You can go watch it. But basically, what happened is I went on this
put it on private,
chick, right? And she jeweled, right? She had one of these nicotine vape devices, and you know, she's there doing her thing, and we're chilling in the car, and she's hitting it.
She hits him with the question.
Now, initially on the inside, I'm like, I don't want to do this. You know, like, this isn't my thing. But
you should listen to your inside.
This girl was fine, bro. I'm not gonna lie, this girl was bad, bro. I really thought she was pretty funny. And then also, I was like,
your body gonna hate you.
I dabble in magic, and if you've seen my magic brownies video, you know exactly what kind of magic I'm talking about.
He never did it again.
All right.
That was too funny. How you gonna eat brownies and not know?
I handle magic. Okay, School of Hogwarts, witchcraft, and wizardry. I am a veteran. What's this little baby, this gay little baby pen gonna do to me? Right? So I'm like, all right, shorty, pass you right here. I got that. I hit this thing, and it was like a feeling that I've never experienced before. Now, I am not promoting it, okay? I'm just saying it was like different. You feel me? It wasn't the same as magic. It's not the same as drinking
His eyes are red, bro.
And
now he
felt
faded.
a type of way that said, yo, this shit is alright. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, maybe it's not that weird. You feel me? So fast forward a few nights, of course, if you watch the story about the same story that I linked to earlier, you would know that it never worked out, right? Me and Shorty never went any further because simp shit. Anyway, one night I was having a pretty rough night. You know, I can't remember what was bothering me, but someone was bothering me, and I was like, you know what, I want something
fan down,
right? But I didn't want to go to my go-to. You know, I was like, yo, that feeling I had when I hit that thing that one time, I could go for that run. So I drive to the store where they sell those things.
That's gonna bother me.
And
I don't know why
I was just chiefing the whole night, bro. And it was a feeling. And thus begins my journey to complete and total addiction. And I use that word because of how hard it hits. You know, it's one of the few non-pussified words we still have today. Addiction. So I got this thing, right, to take the edge off for a night. And I wake up with it in the morning, it's still there. So I'm like, all right, why not? Fast forward, and now I have this relationship with this.
He married to it now.
But the crazy part is, I don't even feel it anymore. Like 99% of the people that you see walking around with these things get nothing from it because your body gets used to it very quickly. So that feeling of bliss that you initially had when you first were introduced to it, that thing only sticks around for a couple weeks, maybe a month if you're lucky. And then after that, you're just doing it out of habit and because your brain is used to it and it wants it more. So now it literally feels like I'm just taking money and throwing it in garbage. That's what it feels like. And I cannot believe that it is so hard to just do away with it because I have never struggled with quitting things, you know, friendships, relationships, dreams.
We can tell.
Quitting has never been a hard thing for me to do at any point in my life. But even with all that, I still have not been able to just put it down forever. Right before I left high school and I was living with my uncle, the uncle that came in clutch after my aunt kicked me out of the first house I was living in when I moved
she said his room was a
He told me that, son, you're about to go out into the world. And you're going to be presented with things that you think you would never do or say yes to. But when that moment arises, you find that it's a lot harder to say no than you think it's going to be. It's not going to feel like a big deal at that time, but when you look back, you're going to realize how insidiously this thing that you thought you would never fall victim to crept into your life and you just, you know, became a part of it. So I just want to say, if you aren't
he's married to it,
you know,
he takes it everywhere he goes. He looks to his table side, it's there.
Bed, okay? It's not worth it. I know this wasn't the funniest video, but you know, you gotta
done. I think I cut myself with the nail clippers, but that's fine. I know I got up twice in this video. I know you can hear my fan. That was gonna bother me. I had to get up. Then I got up and got my remote. You know, sometimes the brain just doesn't know what it wants. But the moral of the story here is that you just shouldn't give in. If somebody's trying to make you do something like go up into the clouds, just say no. You can always just say no. Because you know in the future that it's just not going to get you anywhere. And it's just a waste of time and money. Like, money you could be, like, buying good things with. Like, a car. You know, transportation. Your education, you know. But, that's it for today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Until next time. Oh, my God. I do this every time. My socials will be in the description box down below. And comment down below what you would like me to react to in my next video. And with that being said, don't forget to love yourself, be yourself, deuces.